What's up? Danny Hayasaka with Call 1-8, helping people do their business better. And this is a request that we have received, and people wanted to know and hear the differences between the older Sennheiser MB660, the newer EPOS Adapt 660, and then for good measure, the EPOS Adapt 560. All right, so these are three models that are, these may not be available. The MB660 may not be available, but some guys may have them. But in terms of the similarities, they all have active noise canceling, except for EPOS Adapt 560, the MB660, and the Adapt 660 are pretty much identical in terms of their weight, in terms of battery life, in terms of warranty. There are some slight differences, like in terms of the Bluetooth connectivity. So the Sennheiser MB660 used Bluetooth 4.0, NFC, and did have the audio cables, and where the Adapt 660, the EPOS Adapt 660, utilizes Bluetooth 5.0 and has the same audio cables, 2.5mm, 3.5mm jack plugs, USB cable with micro USB connector. Okay, so the other difference is the supported codecs. The older Sennheiser MB660 supported basically connecting to a PC, and that was pretty much it. So in terms of codecs, the Adapt 660 supports aptX low latency, AAC, and SBC. The only difference between the 660 and the 560 is in terms of the codecs. 560 does not support the low latency aptX. But other than that, battery life, all of them have phenomenal battery life, but the 560 wins in that category. I'm sure what you're mostly interested in is the real differences between, especially these guys. Like, what's the real difference? Because they pretty much look the same and they pretty much function the same. The real primary differences is on the newer Adapt 660s. You're gonna have the dedicated Microsoft Teams button. There he is. Oh, you know what I need to do? I got a light, guys. Let's turn that guy on. Hold, please. If you look at the MB660, it's got the dedicated Microsoft Teams button, where the MB660 does not. Additionally, it's got this new EPOS artificial intelligence built in, which should help to optimize the audio quality for both the receive and the transmit. This guy did not. The MB660 did not. And the Adapt 660 also has the ability Alexa, so you can utilize Alexa. But what you guys probably want to know, what's going on? Waking up from their slumber. All right, anyway, but what you're probably most interested in is how they sound compared to each other, right? So the first test I'm gonna do is in this quiet room. I'm just gonna put them on, and I'm gonna speak, and then I'm gonna shut up, and then we'll go ahead and do the whole TV test. And just so you guys know, I have been able to test with the dogs barking. No headset, I repeat, no headset that we've tested so far across several brands has been able to block out a barking dog. So no headset we've tested will block out a barking dog. Let me hook these guys up, and then we'll get to the audio test. All right, thanks. All right, so I'm back, and so what I have right now is the Sennheiser SP30 recording kind of this outside audio. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to record. You'll see the MB660 MS is connected to my mobile device. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to record audio on my mobile phone so that you can hear what the audio quality is like on a mobile device. I have a little app called Recorder Plus. Turn that little guy on. All right, so now I'm testing the Sennheiser MB660 paired to a mobile device via Bluetooth. Test 1 2, test 1 2. All right, so that was the Sennheiser MB660 paired to a mobile device. All right, so we're back. This time we have the EPOS Adapt 660 paired to my mobile device. I don't know if you can see connected Adapt 660 there. All right, and so same thing. I'm going to record using the Recorder Plus app. All right, so I'm recording now. Test. All right, so this is the EPOS Adapt 660 headset paired to my mobile device. Test 1 2, test 1 2. All right, So there's that test. All right, so now I'm back and I'm paired to the Adapt 560. Hit record and we are testing. So this is the EPOS Adapt 560 paired to my mobile device. Test, test, 1, 2, test, test, 1, 2. And so there you go. So here were all three headsets, the MB660, the Adapt 660, and now the Adapt 560 paired to a mobile phone. And you guys can hear what that sounds like. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pair them to a USB dongle on my laptop. Okay, so stay tuned. All right, so I'm back now. So now I have the Sennheiser MB660 paired to the BT800 dongle on my laptop, and that's what I'm using to record this audio. But I'm also recording the background noise here. And instead of going through, different volume levels, I'm just going to go ahead and go to 50 because I know that that's, loud. All right, so now we have the TV playing in the background as I'm wearing the Sennheiser MB660. Test, test, 1, 2. Test, test, 1, 2.
We met with the FAA, explained our position.
All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the Adapt 660. Stay tuned. So now I have the EPOS Adapt 660. I have it paired to the BT800 dongle on my laptop, and I have the audio recording of what's going on in here via my mobile phone. And I'm going to go ahead and turn the volume up to 50.
How excited I am for Tom Brady.
All right, so test, test, 1, 2. Test, test, 1, 2. So again, this is the new EPOS Adapt 660 paired to a laptop with noise going on in the background. Test, test, 1, 2. Test, test, 1, 2. All right, let's get over to the Adapt 560. All right, so we're back with the final headset of this comparison series. So now we have the EPOS Adapt 560 that's got the little pull down boom mic, and I just got a little alert, so I don't know if that impacted the audio quality. But anyway, so I'm recording here, and then so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and again get that volume up. So test, test, 1, 2. This is the EPOS Adapt 560 paired to my laptop via the BT800 dongle, and we have the TV on with the volume up to 50, and it's pretty loud. So test, test, 1, 2. Test, test, 1, 2. All right, so I'm gonna mute this. All right, so there you have it. The differences and a comparison between the old Sennheiser MB660, the brand new EPOS Adapt 660, and then for good measure, the EPOS Adapt 560. If you like this type of video, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below, let us know what you'd like to see, and we'll do our best to make it. Thanks. All right, so now I'm testing the Sennheiser MB660 paired to a mobile device. This is the EPOS Adapt 660 headset paired to my mobile device. This is the EPOS Adapt 560 paired to my mobile device. I have the Sennheiser MB660 paired to the BT800 dongle. So now I have the EPOS Adapt 660 paired to the BT800 dongle. So now we have the EPOS Adapt 560 that's got the little pull down boom mic.